So this is the question that we start with today. So you have a rectangle. ABCD. Adjacent sides. What do you mean by adjacent sides? This side here and this side here are called adjacent side. This side here and this side here are called adjacent sides. Okay. However, these two sides are called opposite sides, right? Also, these two sides are called, say, also these two sides are called opposite sides, right? So if the adjacent sides are given by these two expressions, so let us write what the beside the sides. Let us just put the algebraic expressions. So you have, let us say that AB, the side AB is the first one. That is 5x square plus 25xy plus 4y square. And this AB is also the length of the rectangle, right? So let us write it here, 5x square plus 25xy plus 4y square. And the adjacent side, the other is BC. So BC here is 2x square minus 2xy plus 3y square. Let us say that this is your breadth. So we write it here, 2x square minus 2xy plus 3y square. Okay, so you have to find out the area. So therefore, area must be equal to length into breadth, right? You multiply these two expressions. What is the length? Length is AB. And what is the breadth? Breadth is BC. Now we write the expressions. AB here is 5x square plus 25xy plus 4y square. BC here is 2x square minus 2xy plus 3y square. Now we need to multiply these two together. How do you multiply? There's a plus sign here and there's a plus sign here. So these two plus signs will combine to give you a plus sign, and you have a 5x square into 2x square. Again, this plus sign will combine with this minus sign to give you a minus sign, 5x square into 2xy. Again, this plus sign will combine with this plus sign to give you a plus sign, 5x square into 3y square. Now we come to the next term, which is 25xy. So 25 has a plus here. So plus will combine with this plus to give you a plus sign, 25xy into 2x square. Again, this plus sign will combine with this minus sign, the minus sign, 25xy into 2xy. Again, this plus sign will combine with this plus sign to give you 25xy into 3y square. Okay, 25xy is now over. We now come to 4y square. So 4y square has a plus sign here. So this plus sign will combine with this plus sign. Give a plus sign, 4y square into 2x square. Next, this plus sign will combine with this minus sign to give you a minus sign, 4y square into 2xy. And finally, this plus sign will combine with this plus sign to give you a plus sign, 4y square into 3y square. Okay. Now we are going to do the multiplication of each of these. So 5 into 2 will give you a 10, and x square into x square will give you x to the power of 4. Here 5 into, in this term you have 5 into 2, which is again 10. X square into x will give you x cube, and you have a single y there, x cube y. Again, in this term, you have plus 5 into 3 is 15. X square into y square will give you x square y square. This term 25 into 2 will give you a 50. x into x square will give you x cube, and you have a single y. Minus, now in the next term, 25 into 2 will give you a 50. X into x will give you x square, y into y will give you y square. Next, in this term, you have 25 into 3, which is 75. And you have a single x, and you have y into y square will give you a y cube. Next, this term here, 4 into 2 will give you an 8, and you have a single x square, and you have a single y square. This term, you have an 8 here, 4 into 2. X you have, and y square into y will give you y cube. And here you have plus 12 y to the power of 4. Okay. Now we are going to simplify, look for like terms, whether we have any like terms. You have x cube y here, minus 10xy, x cube y. You have x cube y here, and any other? No, you don't have. So 10x to the power of 4 does not have any like term. We write it as it is. And we write minus 10x cube y plus 50x cube y. Okay. Next, you have x square y square here. You also have x square y square here. You have x square y square here. So you write all these together. Plus 15x square y square minus 50x square y square.
So can we just do it this in this way in our copy, and then we will rub the boxes?
Yes, that's what I told you. That's what you have to do.
Okay, sir.
And this you have, next you have xy cube. So you have xy cube here, and you have xy cube here. So plus 75 xy cube minus 8 xy cube. And finally, you have this 12 to the power of 4. Now, not only that, you also try to count the number of terms. How many terms do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 terms here. Let's check whether I have 9 terms here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fine. We have 9 terms. That means I have not missed out any term. Now we'll simplify. 10x to the power of 4, 50, and you have a minus 10 here. So 50 minus 10 will give you a plus 40. X cube y. Also, here you have x square y square. So look at the plus sign first. You have a 15 and you have an 8. So add these first according to a BODMAS rule. We add these first. Plus 15 plus 8 is 23. X square y square. And write minus 50 x square y square as it is. Okay. Next you have 75 minus 8. 75 minus 8 is 67. So give a plus 67 x y cube. And finally plus 12 to the power of 4. And now we further simplify this. 10x to the power of 4 plus 40x cube y plus 23 minus 50 is minus 27. So we'll have a minus sign here. Minus 27 x square y square plus 67 xy cube plus 12 y to the power of 4. That's it. And this is your answer, which is the area. Now, since no unit is mentioned here, whether this is in centimeter or whether this is in meters, nothing is mentioned. So we'll not give our unit here also in the area, because nothing is mentioned. No unit is mentioned. Okay. At most, what you can do is you can write square units. Okay. That's what. Otherwise, even if you don't write square units, still fine for this problem. Okay. So now we start with division of algebraic expressions. Division of algebraic expressions. First is division of, before starting with this, let me just tell you that in your last class, you have already done exponents, right? You have done this formula in exponents. A to the power of
Yes, sir.
m by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus n, right? So if you have something like this, say you have x cube by x square, then what is this equal to? x to the power of 3 minus 2, which is equal to x. Okay. Or what you can also do is you can think of it in this way also. X cube by x square in this, you can cancel x square here and you can cancel one power here. So you simply get x. You can also think of it in this manner. Okay. So either you link this with this formula or you can also do it in this manner. But suppose if you have x to the power of 7 by x square, then this is x to the power of 7 minus 2, which is x to the power of 5, right? Or if you want, you can think of it in this manner again, x to the power of 7 by x square, 2 power will cancel and this will, you have a 5. You have x to the power of 5. So either way, whether you think of it this way or this way, both ways it will work. But this is from where all this comes from. Okay. So we are going to use this. First is division of a monomial by a monomial. How to divide two monomials. Okay. Let us take an example here. The first example I take here is divide minus 24 x square y cube z to the power of 5 by 6 x y to the power of 5 z to the power of 4. Okay, let us see how to divide these two monomials. Now, first of all, what you must realize here is that the divisor, that the dividend here is minus 24 x square y cube z to the power of 5. And what is your divisor? Divisor here is 6xy to the power of 5 z to the power of 4. So therefore, what should be your quotient here? Dividend by divisor. Minus 24 x square y cube z to the power of 5 divided by 6xy to the power of 5 z to the power of 4. Okay. Now you take the constant terms together, that is minus 24 and 6 you take together. Just as in case of multiplication, you were taking the variables together and the constants together. Here also you take the variables and the constants together. You take the variable x square in the numerator and x in the denominator. You take them together. Similarly, you take y cube and y to the power of 5 together. And you take z to the power of 5 and z to the power of 4 together. Okay. Now what happens? You cancel this. So you get a minus 4. Again, according to the laws of indices or exponents, what do you get? X square by x must be equal to x to the power of 2 minus 1. Y cube by y to the power of 5 must be equal to y to the power of 3 minus 5. And z to the power of 5 by z to the power of 4 will be 5 minus 4. Okay. So this is what we are getting. We get minus 4 x y to the power of minus 2 z to the power of 1. And you remember that y to the power of minus 2 can also be written as 1 by y square into z. So ultimately what you can write here is 4xz or 4zx divided by y square. And this is your required answer. Okay, let us take another example. Question is divide minus 52 PQRQ by minus 8 PQ q to the power of 4 r. Okay. So here again, what you realize is that the dividend here is minus 52 pq rq. Divisor here is minus 8 pq q to the power of 4 r. So therefore, quotient here is dividend by divisor. Dividend is minus 52 p q r cube divided by divisor here is a minus 8 p cube q to the power of 4 r. Again here now you take the constants together, that is the coefficients you take together. You take the variables together, you have p by pq. Next you have q by q to the power of 4, and next you have r cube by r. Okay. Now in your coefficients you can cancel out, you can cancel with 4. This minus and this minus will cancel. 4 into 2 and you have 13. So you simply get 13 by 2. And here you have p to the power of 1 minus 3, q to the power of 1 minus 4, and you have r to the power of 3 minus 1. So ultimately what you're getting is 13 by 2 p to the power of minus 2 q to the power of minus 3 r square. Now there are negative powers, so you take them to the denominator. 13 by 2 p to the power of minus 2 can be written as 1 by p square. Q to the power of minus 3 can be written as 1 by q cube, and r square you write as it is. Okay.
Sir,
So now what happens is you get 13 r square by 2 p square q cube, and that's your answer. Yes, who was saying? Anyone asking anything?
sir, can we write the answer in decimal?
No. Prefer
To write
fractions?
in fraction.
Yes, prefer, you always try to write your answer in fractions because fractions are easier to work with. Okay. It also depends on the question. Most of the questions will have fractions. You will not have decimals. Next, what we start with is how to divide. Here I have shown you division of a monomial by a monomial. Now we will divide a polynomial by a monomial. Division. Before I start, just give me 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, we'll understand this with the help of examples. Question is divide 4x to the power of 5 minus 3x to the power of 4 minus 6x square plus 5x plus 8. You have to divide this expression by 2x square. Okay, so the dividend here is 4x to the power of 5 minus 3x to the power of 4 minus 6x square plus 5x plus 8. And what is your divisor? Divisor is simply a monomial, 2x square. So the quotient here is dividend by divisor. We have 4x to the power of 5 minus 3x to the power of 4 minus 6x square plus 5x plus 8. this divided by 2x square. So when you're dividing the entire polynomial by a monomial, it means that you're dividing each term of the polynomial by this monomial. That means 4x to the power of 5 you are dividing by 2x square. So let's rewrite this. 4x to the power of 5 we are dividing by 2x square. Now you have a plus sign here, minus sign here, so you give a minus sign here. Now you're also dividing these two. So you have 3x to the power of 4 divided by 2x square. Okay, now there's a minus sign here, so you give a minus sign here. You're dividing now these two. 6x square, 2x square. Okay, I have a plus sign here, so you give a plus sign. And you divide these two. 5x by 2x square. And you give a plus sign because of this plus sign. And you divide 8 by 2x square. That is, you're dividing these two now. Okay, now exactly similarly as we carry out the division of monomials, you take the coefficients together, 4 by 2, and x you take together. So you have x to the power of 5 by x square. Minus 3 by 2, you have x to the power of 4 by x square. Minus 6 by 2, x square by x square, which will ultimately cancel. And you have plus 5 by 2, you have x by x square, plus 8 by 2, and you have 1 by x square. Okay, so now we cancel out what cancels. So you have 2 cancel with 4 twice, and here you have x to the power of 5 minus 2, minus 3 by 2 will remain as it is. X to the power of 4 by x square will give you 4 minus 2, minus this will cancel, you get 3, and this x square will cancel. You simply get 3 into 1. Okay, plus 5 by 2, you have x to the power of 1 minus 2, plus, and here 2 will cancel with 8 4 times. So 4 into 1 by x square will simply give you 4 by x square. In the next step, we'll simplify the powers. 2x to the power of 5 minus 2 is 3, minus 3 by 2 x square, minus 3, plus 5 by 2 x to the power of minus 1, plus 4 by x square. Now you have 2x cube minus, you have 3x square by 2 minus 3, minus 5 by 2x, because x to the power of minus 1 can be written as 1 by x, and you have 4 by x square, and that is your answer. Okay, we'll see another example and finish today's class. The question here is divide 30 x cube y square minus 20 xy cube plus 12xy minus 13y. This is the expression. You need to divide this by minus 5xy. Okay, so this time I write directly dividend by divisor. The quotient here is dividend by divisor. Write the expressions. 30 x cube y square minus 20 xy cube plus 12xy minus 13y. This by divisor you have minus 5x. Okay. So how do you work with this? Again, we need to divide these two. You have a minus here, sign here. Okay. So we need to divide these two. What you do is you take 30 by minus 5 together. What are the variables? X cube and x. So you take them together, x cube by x. And you take y's together, y square by y. Next, you have a minus sign here. So put a minus sign. Next, you have 20. So now we are dividing these two together, these two monomials. So 20 by 5 into x by x, and you have y cube by y. Next, you have this plus sign. So put a plus sign. These two, divide these two. Get 12. Okay, you have a minus here also. Okay, just remember this 5 was with this minus sign. So you write down with it with the minus sign. 12 by minus 5, and you have x by x, and you have y by y. This minus sign is here, so you put it here. 13 by minus 5, and the variables here are 1 by x, and this is y by y. Now we cancel what cancels out. So you have 5 cancel with 36 times, and you have a minus sign, remember here. And whether we write the minus sign in the numerator or denominator, it's the same thing. So we write minus 6. And this becomes x to the power of 3 minus 1. It becomes y to the power of 2 minus 1. Okay. Next, we have a minus. Again here, 5 cancel with 24 times. But again, we have a minus sign here. We have minus 4. This x and x will cancel. This y, this y will not, I mean, yes, you can always think of it in the terms of cancellation. Let's use the laws of exponents. So you have x cancels, you get a 1. And you have y here to the power of 3 minus 1. And next you have, see, you have a minus sign here in the denominator. This plus sign will combine with this minus sign to give you a minus sign. 12 by 5. This x will cancel, will give you only 1. And this y will also cancel, it will give you a 1. Again, these two minus signs are going to combine to give you a plus sign here. But 13 by 5, this y will cancel, so only 1 by x will remain. Okay, so now we simplify this, we get minus 6x square y. These two minus signs are going to combine to give you a plus sign. 4 into y square minus 12 into 5, 12 by 5, and you have plus 13 by 5x. And that is your answer. A better way of expressing this is, normally what you do is in algebra, you normally don't keep the first term, the leading term, as a minus sign. Okay. So normally a better way of writing is you take the minus sign common. This minus sign, you take it out. You insert this bracket here. That is, you are taking this minus sign outside the bracket. And when you take a minus sign outside the bracket, you know all these signs will change. So, so from minus 6x square y, this will become plus 6x square y. That is, this sign will now become a plus here. Okay. This plus sign here will become a minus sign. This minus sign here will become a plus sign. And this plus sign will become a minus sign. Okay. So this is a better way of writing. Although even if you leave your answer here, it will be no problem, but try to write it in this manner, so that, because this kind of expressions we'll be using later on in algebra. So I'll stop here for today.